I have also hit the button.
Live. Welcome back.
What day is it?
Wednesday. It is live takeover
Excellent.
day.
We did it
I
again.
forgot
Episode
15.
ah,
One.
so many.
I know, so many weeks. So
I'm bored of hearing me talk. I can't imagine everybody
I
else.
love the sound of me. I just it's
So rewarding.
I agree with me.
Yeah. Well, hey, welcome everybody. I hope everyone is well.
Yep, we'll see where everybody's checking in from as always. Always a nice start.
Hmm?
But yeah, it's
Bavaria, Germany.
I had a Portugal right away. That was
Southwest Florida.
the it's already getting quite hot here, so I'm quite happy to be, inside during these days.
Hmm.
I find myself wandering less and less out into the shop during the day. And
Is it that?
I mean, it's quite hot. It's over 100 degrees.
Oh my goodness.
So,
That's crazy.
yeah. Yeah,
That's a bit on the warm side.
Hey, we have someone tuning in from Tokyo.
or are they?
Right? Yeah. I choose to believe everybody. Every comment is always true. So
Central Kansas, you might know where that's from.
I do. Been many a trip.
Northern Ireland.
Chicago, Maine, Indiana, Tokyo, Colorado, Montreal, Michigan, Oregon, California, Virginia. I think am I singing a song or am I reading where people are from?
It sounded like you were singing a song. Have you seen Fred Armisen? Have you seen his stand-up on Netflix?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you know who Fred Armisen is?
And that's why I immediately know I haven't seen that.
Okay. He's used to be on Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
And he also was on Portlandia. Do you know that show?
I have seen it. Oh, okay. Was he one of the two main? Was he the male lead?
Yeah.
Okay, I do know who then that individual is.
So he's got a Netflix comedy special called Comedy for Drummers. And as people are lined up to go in to see this comedy show, they have a drum kit set up and you have to prove that you can drum before you can go in. Which is great. I think that's an excellent way to really narrow the focus of your crowd.
Really know that you're going to have some guests that are definitely going to interact.
That are going to appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. So imagine we did a comedy show, or we did this show, but on the road, live in front of a studio audience. We'd have to get people to bring their tiny trucks to prove that they are into this hobby.
Point where the dig is.
So, but in that, and this is the point I wanted to make, in that special, he does this accents around America thing. So he has a map and he's like, New York, hey, New York, New York. This is how you talk when you're from New York. And he goes through all the states. He does all of them.
That's
it's pretty funny.
I mean, some of those, especially where I'm from, it's just going to be very bland. Well,
you might think so.
But people Nebraska, we have just the perfect accent. There's almost nothing there.
Okay.
Yes. Other than maybe we say crick weird or
roof. You're on the roof again. Get Larry off the roof.
Yes. Okay. A couple in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Now that we've covered that. But so yeah, normally this time of year it seems like we're headstrong into events and things like that. But I almost feel like we're going right into a second build season now.
Yeah, it does feel like that a little bit because it's getting too hot.
Your audio cut out for a second, but yeah.
Did it? Hang on, I know why. You talk. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I assume it's your headphone issue. But yeah, it just seems like it's normally the first part of the year we're all building everything, trying to get everything ready to go. But then, now we've kind of, even if we haven't finished up those projects that we had started, now we're just ready to kind of start the next ones at least.
I'm back.
Okay.
I had to disconnect the MacBook.
Oh, I see.
These things.
Yeah. Second build season. Did the first one ever end?
No, it just kind of kept going the
Yeah,
whole way through.
I mean, mine. There's definitely not an end to my build season since the builds never end or never completed, however you want to word it. But it's I just feel like it's starting. Well, I'm almost at this point starting to think about my Scale Nationals builds. I'm definitely starting.
That seems too early for you.
It really does, which means I'm definitely going to have to go overcomplicated on everything. So, which will help.
Right.
Or
the carbon fiber, you'll be making like carbon fiber axles.
You're right.
And you'll be brazing your driver figure together. Like
yes.
All kinds of weird things.
I feel like I should start molding my own driver figures. That's correct. Because that isn't weirder than just using a doll, like molding him.
Easy. They're not dolls. They're man dolls. I'm backing up a little bit. There, that's better. Now you get to see all of me in all my glory.
Yeah. Oh, so someone initially, right off the bat, said, "Please, no more discussion about hotel dressers." But, and I think I'm gonna let that one lie for a week or so. But the next question did pop up. Does Matt use the hotel closet?
Yes.
Of course.
I mean, why should you be surprised? Oh, is this better if I turn these lights on?
Now, darker is better.
Oh, really? Okay. Those are my studio lights. Like I always have these on.
Well, we pinpointed the problem. You ever stayed at the bar just a little bit too long and the lights come on?
Yeah. I mean, no. I'm always responsible. I'm home by 9:30.
I was at work early today, which is very odd for me.
Good for you.
And everybody at work was very surprised. Of course, they asked why. And it was because last night I was here and it was a non-video night. Tuesdays and Thursdays are non-video nights for me, usually.
Right. Yeah.
So
you get to go to bed early.
Or I should at least be doing just not videoing. But
got it.
Nicole, we have the new kitten here, and she is in the spare bedroom. She will stay there for like a week, and then she'll get fully introduced to the cats and everything.
Right.
But she was like, I don't want her being in there by herself. You should just go in there. I don't want. It's 8:30 or 9 o'clock. She's like, just go in there and watch a movie. So I went in there.
Yep.
By 9:30. I'm incapable of just like even sitting on a couch and not doing something. Am I sitting on a couch like trying to watch TV with Nicole and not doing something else, even if it's playing on my phone?
Yeah, you're gonna go right to bed.
I just asleep where I lie. Just So yeah, I was asleep very early.
Well, good for you. I was not, because I'm binging a show that I begrudgingly have to finish now that I started it. So I'm on the final season, finally.
Of what one?
It's called Animal Kingdom. And it's it's a knockoff of an Australian movie, but they've made it into a series. And it's all about these surfer dudes in Southern California who rob banks, basically. It's like Point Break if it were a really long series and their mom was their boss.
Wow. Riveting.
All right. Well, it was good when it started, but now being so many seasons in, I'm like, nah, I'm done.
Right. Yeah.
I'm over it.
I'd rather restart The Office.
Well, there's no shortage of me doing that. We're also watching that again for like the 90th time. Yeah. Not to worry, folks.
What color is the red VS410 Ultra on the Vanquish site? I don't know. It is definitely some...
Josh didn't paint it, so
let me tell you, I slaved for hours over waiting for that body to be finished by Brandon. Who most definitely did all of the work.
Yes.
There's the other one that was on the website, though. The green one.
Oh, yeah.
It now sits right there.
It's odd that you have a green truck.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
It has gold wheels on it. Does that help?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
And so, yeah, it's I mean, I guess the only green trucks I've had in the past have been stock axial green colors, like a
Uh,
deadbolt or mini.
green does not photograph well where I am because it's so green all the time.
Ah,
Like, so I don't
yeah,
have a lot of green trucks except the two directly behind me.
yeah, toothpaste green and I don't
Ardennes.
what?
It's Ardennes. I got the actual paint color from Land Rover.
Oh, you're talking
There.
about the old one?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, okay. I was talking about the toothpaste
Oh,
color
this one?
green. Yeah.
Toothpaste. Yeah, this one's called yeah, it doesn't matter. Ooh, sorry about that, folks.
Grease your very
Yeah.
old chair.
Ardennes metallic green. That's on the Range Rover.
That show is terrible. Oh, but Ben agrees. Great show. So,
Well, it's sort of. I think I can both say that it's a great and terrible show. It started out with so much potential, but 4 seasons in, it's like, how many times can you do a bank heist? It's like, come on. I'm over it.
I did watch Money Heist on Netflix.
Money Heist. Oh,
which was
I watched
a foreign series that was dubbed over. Not terrible.
Nope, not terrible.
I enjoyed that.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of another movie that was on there.
This was a season or series.
Okay, yeah, it got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that very rarely happens. But this was such a bad movie, and I watched like half an hour of it before I was like, "Yep,
yep,
they were right."
I agree.
I concur.
Josh, have you ever put a sway bar on the front of a bomber? I have never attempted that. I've never felt like I needed a sway bar in the front of my bomber. So
rear, definitely.
Rear is a must. It should have come with a rear sway bar. Like that's one thing that Axial by now it should have updated. But I've never felt like I needed a front.
Yeah.
So
hey, Tiny Truck in Oz, which is probably Australia, sent me $10 Australian. Thanks for the entertainment, guys. You mean thanks for the entertainment, Matt, and thanks for whatever Josh does.
Yeah, carry this show is what he meant.
Well, if you want us to be late, get Josh in charge.
I'm pretty sure you were the late one today.
Nope.
My cat is awesome. Thank you, Schultz. Yes, that cat is. I'm very excited. We'll show it on Friday's stream probably, because by then she will be allowed out of her small room.
Out of that, right? We did the same thing with our cats when we got them, and we had other cats. You have to introduce them slowly,
right?
Otherwise, territory happens, and it's all a bunch of craziness.
Yeah, especially
nobody likes that.
Yeah, and we have the 2 cats are old, so last thing we need is more.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, the mailman's been friendly to me lately. How about you?
I'm waiting on if you looked around me right now, like everything that's not all down this area, it's even overflowing.
Right.
I've
got a couple of boxes that are still on the way, but a couple showed up today.
I have one that we should talk about.
Is it the one that I also got today, maybe?
It probably is. Do you have it handy?
Well, it's in the other room. I haven't even taken it out of its shipping box yet.
I have not either.
Oh.
Well, no, that's false. I have taken it out of shipping box.
Oh, okay. Well, just show everybody. I mean, I'm sure I got the other color. Yeah! The Kyosho Trail King, everybody.
The Trail King.
The Trail King. I'm surprised they got away with that. I thought SSD had some sort of ownership over Trail King.
My guess is that somebody didn't follow through with some proper copywriting.
Or they didn't even check. Because maybe the Japanese translation is something entirely different.
That's possible.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, we both have those. So no, that's not the next.
This is not mayhem.
Not mayhem.
This is not mayhem.
Just for the record, set everybody straight.
Daily madness, possibly. Monthly mayhem, for certain not.
I think hourly. I'm gonna have to come up with a good name for it, but like hourly entertainment.
That's sounds associated with something different, but
Yes,
I mean,
pay by the hour for that kind of
right. Yeah, I have not opened this thing.
Right.
Snowcat. You would be incorrect. There is a Snowcat version. That's called the Blizzard.
That I do have handy. Here. This is the Blizzard.
Right.
And let me tell you about the differences between these two vehicles.
Well, there's two.
There's two. The body is more of like a Snowcat style thing. And the other major difference is this one has a plow on it.
That's it.
That's it.
Hourly horseplay. Steve.
Hourly horseplay.
And
that's
I got
a good one.
Oh, I did get the good color though. I hope you got the other one.
Oh man, you got the blue one?
I did.
Dang it.
I know.
I wanted the blue one.
And BT with another donation because
that's a nice
BT
guy.
is always here and much appreciated. So, not 100% sure what the plan for this is yet. Actually,
I know what I'm doing.
Matt does know what he's doing, and it's not a terrible idea. But I'm going to need some sort of. So here's the issue.
Hold on. BT, thank you for the $20. Very, very kind of you. You're a good fella.
The issue with this, you can't call it a truck, can you?
Yeah. It's truck-ish. It's truck related.
It's truck
adjacent.
Yeah, truck adjacent. Well, the problem with this vehicle is that it is exactly the Blizzard. Sans.
It is 100%
sans blade. So I can't drive it on the rocks.
Oh, you should though.
I guess I could try.
Yeah. It'd be a very short run video.
I guess that's what we're going to try to do. So
with all thanks to Kyosho for sending them along, I think it'll be some fun for sure. And I'll do a running video. Why not? It's definitely worth it.
A bench little breakdown, and then we're gonna drive it, and we're gonna try and just drive it rubber tracks. That would have been a difference. That would have been a welcome difference.
That would have been a difference. A welcome difference. Even the steel ones would have been interesting.
Steel one could have possibly helped.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, we have to really figure it out. And
yeah,
my plan is see if it'll walk on. Go brushless, see if it'll walk on water.
There's a strong likelihood that it won't. I don't care how brushless you went.
It's a good candidate for the budget build-off. Here's your model. Try and spend $50 a week on this. Yeah, just try.
Try to.
What are you going to? This
week, I went to RPP and I bought up all the bedrolls and I've glued them to the back.
Yeah. Here, put in the chat. What could you buy for that thing? You have $50. You can't buy anything brushless or motor. No motor, no ESC because that.
No electronics. In fact,
I'm not even saying electronics. You could buy a winch, servo winch.
Yeah, servo winch.
Taking that one.
That's a good buy.
You could buy LEDs, like some light bars.
You could buy the upgrade tracks.
You could buy upgrade tracks.
Because they have the steel ones.
Ben says a body. That would be a challenge.
Ooh, yeah.
Because
it's pretty wide.
No, it's narrow.
Oh. No, I mean the body is narrow, but the tracks are very wide.
Right. How about a blade?
Yeah, you can do the blade upgrade.
You know what?
Oh, also, Steve, there's the grooming option too.
You can get you could get the groomer for the back. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Steve Morgan had the blade suggestion. Scale rear cage 3D printed. Not a terrible idea.
Not bad either.
You know what?
Dale
Might even
and
do it.
apparently your feed is gone, according to Schultze. Dale and who else here? Somebody else. 3DRC both said put the van body on it.
Yeah, but I have the van body coming finally. I
think they're sending me one too.
I finally got it ordered.
You ordered it. Oh. Must be nice. Must be nice. Spend your money on that.
You're right. Yes, I placed my order from A-Main 2 days ago, and I've got
A-Main Hobbies, eh?
A-Main Hobbies. Van body, the creep body,
you and that creep body.
I like the creep body. I also got a tough version of the Nova.
You're gonna need it.
I got the tough version of the Nova and all the colored electrical tape I need to mimic your vehicle. So,
you.
For rear beds in this, seats in the rear bed like a Subaru Brat.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe even facing backwards.
Chibs is saying
Bigfoot tracks. How about that?
Chibs is saying van is better than creep.
Van is better than creep. I'll give him that.
I'm trying to figure out I'm gonna start as soon as the bodies come. I'm gonna start my video series for the 50,000 subscriber giveaway. And
okay.
Because
all right.
The decision is gonna have to be, I've got the platform here, and then we're gonna decide, am I gonna do the creep body or the van body? So
I hope people pick the van body. Because at least it looks like a van.
The creep looks good too. How about a creepy van? We're gonna do I'm gonna back half the van, or we're gonna cut the van body off and put the truck van truck.
Man. Hideous. Reggie, yes, the Bigfoot tracks was an Aerostar.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yep. There was also in RC Car Action when I was 13, somebody took a Tamiya tank and put a lunchbox body on it. And that actually looked pretty good. So I don't think the van body is not a terrible idea.
Yeah. I have some plans if I do it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm thinking.
I'm keen to see what you come up with.
Yeah. It'll be a lot of tube work, I think.
Yeah. I have plans for my Trail King.
Yeah, I won't try and spill your plans.
Let's not spoil it. I think it'll be a fun little video.
You're trying something, so
I'm trying something good.
Right. Yes, Schultz sent me a picture of the van Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for one, I'm not capable of painting that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find some example that's just one color.
Right.
Maybe with the windows just not even masked.
It's just let's cut the windows out. Even better.
Oh, Craig Banks suggested that you'll put portals on it.
Portal tracks? Traxxas already did that.
Oh, they did. Darn it. Dave Zilla remembers that lunchbox tank that I was referring to. You were probably, 3 when that issue came out.
Yeah, I mean, if you were
'Cause I'm 50 years old.
Right. So, yes. That's that's going to be a challenge. I'm going to figure out how to handle that.
Yeah.
I think
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think my little mini challenge will be fun too.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of trails that are going to be just perfect for this thing. In fact, it'll probably be the king of those trails. I just ruined my own cold intro.
Oh, yeah.
Right now,
I'm sure you'll come up with something else quirky.
Yeah, it's true. I will.
You can bring all of your other tracked vehicles out at the same time.
We have a little track party. It's a track day.
You see all this stuff you're wasting.
I know. I'm wasting it on this show. What a waste.
Yeah, that's so that was, I mean, really, other than I've got the next flip that truck here, which I finally brought out of the Jeep, which I had it in there last time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Why don't you pull that out?
No, I can't do that.
Okay, fine.
No.
Josh Ritter wanted to know if I have ever owned or do own a Tamiya Wild One. No, and no, but I would very much like to have one.
Is that one of those? Did the Wild One have the funky shocks?
I think no. The Wild One had a normal shock layout, and it was the I think it was the red and black one. I think. I don't know. Oh, I've got your viewers coming over to say hello.
Oh, very nice.
Hi, Tim Vanassen. Thanks for checking in on my channel. Wild One. I was right. It's red and black, and some of them had gold wheels, and other ones had white wheels. I would like to own one of those. How much?
Rich is here joining us as well. Rich, thanks for checking.
Rich Trujillo? Trujillo? That's nice. I want a Wild One.
Yeah, that's... What else did you end up getting in the mail other than our joint delivery here?
I have got... What have I got? I got the new DX5 Rugged Green Edition in the mail, and this one has the revised touch panel.
Now with more.
Now with less infuriating button movement. But I'm still, the jury's still out for me. I mean, I like the
thumb edition.
Thumb edition.
Are all of the Spectrum radios, are the wheels that far set out, or is that? It's
got a lot of distance on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean.
The 5C is pretty much the same in terms of separation.
From like center line of the grip on my Futaba to the inside most edge of the wheel is maybe 60 millimeters.
Oh, we're going to do centimeters. Okay, hang on.
6 centimeters.
This is only 50. 5 centimeters.
Wow. It just looks out there.
From the center point of the doodad, 5.5.
Center point of the center line of the.
Oh. 82.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some depth. Anywho, so I'm going to do a little mini review on this probably in the next couple of days. Work has actually picked up for me. I'm doing 2 jobs this week, and this week and next actually. So it's going to be a bit hairy for me to get some of these things done. But so that came. What else have I got? Spectrum sent me the new Firma 40 amp.
The 2-in-1
ESC receiver 2-in-1 and the programming card because I'm going to actually review it by having it in my hands. Unlike a lot of people who have been complaining about the fact that it's a 2-in-1 without really knowing much about it. So we're going to do without actually trying it. So we're going to give it a go and see if it lives up to the hype and see how smart it is.
I do as much, while still being on my side of the radio, brand fence. I do really like seeing Spectrum adding all the telemetry stuff and building that ecosystem. Like I'm jealous on that side.
Yeah, they've got some nice features in there, and the fact that they were able to like firmware update the DX5C, which was a super popular radio, to work with all of this new telemetry stuff is pretty great. The only downside was when you upgraded it, you lost every model memory that you had. Kind of sucked. But I digress. Most people, if you had the Rugged, I think it already had the latest firmware, so you didn't have to do that. But anyway, it is really great to see a lot more telemetry, and I think that there's a lot of data that can be gleaned from a truck, and you can learn a lot about it. And especially like just battery health and knowing where your batteries are at, and the fact that those have its own ecosystem as well. And it's like totally like brain free charging is really nice as well. You don't have to like change any settings. So if you're just getting into this hobby and lipos scare you, it's a pretty good system. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's another thing that came in the mail. Also, something I was waiting on for like a month. Reefs sent me their latest 777 14-volt servo.
Ah.
So that's what, 4S capable?
Something like that. It's
Yeah,
got a
4S
patented
direct
case, but we still don't know what that patent is about.
Right. Yeah.
Still never,
I'll have to take a look at it.
Yeah.
He didn't send you that, eh?
He never sent me that number.
Yeah, interesting. He also sent one of his servo programming USB dongles. So
Well, isn't that for the 777?
yeah, program your compatible Reefs servos.
Yeah.
So yes, presumably it's for the 777.
Yes.
So more fun stuff to play with. I've got the Kyosho thingy there as well. Yeah. So lots of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Including Monthly Mayhem, assuming everything goes well on that.
We're still hoping to start by July 1st, although we're still waiting on package delivery, which could mean that, for me, that's likely not an issue. For Matt, you never know for sure. But
right. Yeah.
The delay to getting to him can sometimes be longer.
It's true. And it's just, the matter of crossing a border and going through customs, and it's, going a very long way. Yours would presumably ship from, well, actually, I'm not going to say where it's going to ship from because that would give it away.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. But
I almost blew it. You blew it.
So, I hope that we're able to start at the beginning of July, but
yeah,
we'll see. Although you've almost been cheating slightly at this point already.
How's that? Exactly.
You literally sent me a picture.
Well, I could be sandbagging you again,
right.
Which is very often the case. I send you all kinds of photos.
Right. Yeah. So that I'm still so excited about that. And then once we know everything is on the way, hopefully, and we're in good shape, we'll
announce.
We'll start announcing, teasing what we're got going on there.
Yes.
But
exactly. Oh, Jeremy Kilburn confirmed that all new Reefs servos are programmable. So I guess it's something they're rolling forward.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, at least announced by the beginning of July. Yeah, I mean, we could do that, but we need to confirm that it's actually a go.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nothing is for certain until things are, at least in the mail.
Yeah, exactly. If there's a tracking number.
Yeah, checks in the mail.
Then we can say, yeah, it's happening.
As soon as that check's in the mail, we'll.
That's how this is actually going. Whoever it is just sending us a check.
Yeah.
And they're like, just go ahead.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
Exactly. And that's just us partying. That's going to be the whole thing.
Not at all what's happening. Oh, hey, I printed out one of your things today.
My welder?
Yeah, I printed out the welder in all of its glory.
Hey, look at that. How did it come out?
This is too tall for my truck bed, though.
Yeah, I would.
And
you should have laid those faces down on the welder, but
why?
I think they would have just printed better, but maybe not.
They look pretty good. See?
Yeah, nice. I'll be excited to see that done.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter which way I lay it because I actually sand and, fix these things up to look right.
That seems ridiculous.
I know.
Everything that comes off my printer is ready to use as is.
Other than the Range Rover.
If I have to, I'll take some support material.
For the Range Rover, I resized and printed out one of James Knight's Pelican sets.
We should. Did you confirm everything for next week?
He's checking on that.
Okay.
Yeah, but so that is a new piece that he's
I have
offering.
seen those though. He's posting those up at least. So
Yeah, it looks pretty great. This is on the My Mini Factory. It's kind of designed for FDM, yeah, it is kind of designed for FDM, but it would probably work a lot better if you wanted to have the opening versions to print it on like a resin style
right.
printer. But these are pretty great.
I'm
It's
surprised
all
that
one piece, like it all comes together as one
oh
on a platform. So it's not like they're separate. I actually printed it and scaled it so it'll fit perfectly in the roof rack on the Range Rover.
oh, look at you go. I'm surprised that you haven't got into a resin printer yet.
I know. I'm a little surprised myself too, but I've got other things that I had to purchase first, like my Camera B, which should be here first week of July.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and the two cam links, so I can send you a cam link back.
Oh, good deal. Yep. The yeah, let's see. Cameras that, but I mean, yeah, it just seems like a resin printers. Have you ever dealt with one in person? And
No, I've seen people use them.
yeah, they're a little messy in comparison, but
Yeah.
the resin smells funny. But other than
Oh,
that,
really?
yeah, it's just got a
Is it like
A-
poison smells bad?
no.
Yeah.
It's just we like
Yeah.
ours. The one that we have is a Form 2, which and it's a very nice printer. It does nice things. It's and you got to break off all the supports and you're left with like a goosebump looking finish, but it takes a little bit of sanding, but once it's done, it really, for some detail stuff, super hard.
Yeah, and I mean, like Scale Built,
Yeah.
he uses one
Yep.
for all of his dash accessories and stuff. And Todd Norton has one too. You know Todd?
He's and he does a lot of stuff out of wood, doesn't he? He's not,
I think so.
because he's here local to me.
Yeah,
Well,
he is local
local-ish.
to you.
He's just a little bit.
Yeah. He goes to Axial Fest
Yeah.
every year and has a lot of big trucks.
Yeah. The so yeah, that's some of it. But speaking of Scale Built, so I had mentioned before that I had sold the Woods Runner right here behind me.
Yep.
But the new owner, Ben, who will have it, he I told him that like at the point it was not for sale when he talked me out of it, which not mad about at all. But I wasn't ready to let it go either. He's like, well, you can keep it for a while and just finish whatever you want, and we'll take care of whatever is needed. Okay. And I was like, the one thing, a couple things that I was thinking about doing was a couple of those Scale Built dashes. So
Yeah.
Today actually kind of finalized a dash speedometer one and then a center stack for it as well. So gonna get that done and put in their new dash designed for it, because I'll have to redesign that and I'll redo the stamping for the aluminum panels on top. Go through that whole thing, but I think that'll be a fun addition to that, and then
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
right into the rest of the finishing touches that I want to put on that.
Nice one. I'm looking forward to seeing that all done and wrapped up.
Yep, I want to do maybe a couple of videos on it specifically with some of this final touch stuff before we call that thing done.
Yep.
But yeah, the resin printers, like we were talking about before, I've actually thought about adding one for here at home at least, just because you can get those, the DLP ones so cheap.
Yeah, they're very cheap, like $250 out the door.
Those a Formlabs is like $2,500. Like, so
apparently my audio is weird on your channel.
Every once in a while, your audio goes a little funky.
Does it? It's probably just like a bandwidth thing.
Probably something.
Or
like
if
that.
I'm too far away or too close or whatever. Somebody had a good question here, or Kevin Nugent mentioned that the upcoming Elegoo Saturn looks like a good resin printer for this hobby.
Yeah, and then I noticed some of these, even like less expensive print, those those styles are getting bigger too, which is
But I mean, I hear the print time is quite long.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, the resin printers do take a long time. I mean, like our Formlabs, it's you're usually planning on 8 hours for most things. And it doesn't matter if if your build plate is 6x6, it
Yeah.
barely is any difference whether you were printing a cube that was that entire thing or you were printing a little.
No kidding.
But it's all about the height, so because no matter what, it's going up, going down onto the plate, and then it's shooting a laser on ours is laser sinters, or not sinters, whatever, or maybe they call it sinters still.
They do call it laser sintering,
right.
Yeah.
And the whatever the other ones are, they're just like a big LCD screen, and it just lights up certain areas, and that's how it cures that area.
Okay.
No matter what, it does that for a layer, goes up. Ours does a wipe back and forth, it goes back down. So it always has to do that. I mean, the up and down stuff is where all the time is.
Got
where
it.
Those, I think it works a little bit different.
That sounds annoying.
Detail.
I'll just, you know what? I'll just scratch build it. Take less time.
Right.
Josh Ritter was wondering if we are going to Indiana next month. The sad answer is no. Yeah. I'm not allowed to leave. I mean, technically, I think I could probably take a plane, but coming back would be like another 2 weeks of quarantine. And yeah, not interested in that.
Right. Yeah, and I was leaving the option open to go, but at this point I have, Matt's not going to go. I know there'll be a lot of people there and it will still be a good time, but
if I'm not going, why bother?
We'll hopefully roll right into our series stuff. But because even if I was going out there for just a few days, like that wipes out a week of,
takes everything and puts everyone behind.
It's a week of, preparing, leaving, being there, coming back, catching up. So.
Yep.
It was one of those decisions that we just.
Not an easy decision for me to make. Well, I mean, it wasn't, I didn't make it. My government made it for me. So, it is what it is. I'm still going to be involved in some regard with Axial this year in some form or another. So there'll be more information on that when that becomes available. But won't be able to travel to any events.
Yep.
Until it lifts. And I don't even know when they're going to lift it. They've moved it. That date just keeps moving. Right. So
which seems to be the case for a lot of places.
Yeah, exactly. It's just all dependent on everyone else.
The
Jimmy Keene. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, you had a question.
Rick was asking here about motor choices on a VS410 Pro, a V2 2700 stubby, which that's actually, that motor's a fine motor choice. I prefer the non-stubby.
Same.
But a stubby, actually a 2700 kV stubby is what I have in the Class 1 VS410, the orange Toyota right back there, which will be leaving with the Woods Runner.
Yes.
Well, separately, but to the same destination.
I've got a 2700 in my C2X, and then I think I have the 3300. Is that a thing?
Yes. 33 or 35.
That's 33, I think, is in the Jelly Bean.
Yeah, that's I can't remember if they have a 30. Either way.
Yeah, 33 or 35,
but somewhere there. Am I planning to go to Squirrel Fest again this year? Yes, I am. Or what I think they're calling it something different or something like that. But yes, I do plan to go.
Good. I like seeing the videos from that event.
That was a good time last year. I actually rewatched that video the other day because something popped up and just watched through because,
you watch your own stuff a lot?
Sometimes. These videos are as much for me as anybody, right?
I mean, hey, couple thousand views.
Right, exactly.
Really boost the metrics.
Event stuff I actually will go back and watch every once in a while. Yeah. Or places that I went to, I'll go back and because that's actually part of the fun part. I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that part of it or this or that. And so,
but
that's good. that event was a great time last year. I just going back and watching that again, I remember it won't be at the same place, but last year, the main trail that they had, it did take us a solid, even with just 3 people running the first half of the trail, 4 on the second half. I bet we were on that trail, keeping a fairly steady pace for 5+ hours.
Wow.
One trail.
That's nice.
Like but it was all uphill. The whole thing.
Uphill both ways.
Well, that was the thing. It was a very Dunder Mifflin Pro-Am Meredith Palmer race. It went all the way up the hill, and then it was done. Like it didn't.
Oh.
It didn't come back. It just ended at the.
I get it now. I was like, "Where is he taking that?" Okay.
It just ended at the. Like, how far away are we from the office? About 5K.
Oh, 5K. That's amazing. That's great.
So, yeah. God.
Love it. Jimmy Keeney over here was asking about a belly dragger / cheater rig build. The closest thing I have is my class 2 Jelly Bean. So I just put up a bunch of running footage of that one, so you can go watch that. And it's covered in the whole Road to the Scale Nationals series.
Yes. A worthy watch.
Oh, yes.
So.
Dallas Sibley's having some quality time with his trucks because he's healing from a hernia surgery. Surgery next week, July 1st. Good luck with that. Sorry that you have to go through that. That's not fun.
Yeah, no.
Poking around in those areas is never fun, actually.
Should I get the Bauhaus RC LCG battery tray for the TRX4 Sport? Most definitely.
Absolutely. I've got 2.
Definitely worth picking up.
That'll actually go into the giveaway build. So yes, get one for sure.
Evan Moore in here was dropped a line. It says, any details on what's going into the Jumbo Dancing Rider? And the reason Evan asked that is because on my stream on Friday, I mentioned my thought of doing a large-scale dancing rider. Evan,
we've talked about that.
Evan happened to have some Clodbuster axles.
Oh.
Which he happened to donate to me for it. And there was 2. There was 2. So maybe I'll come up with the part. I only need 1.
So if you're going to make 2, though.
If I'm going to make 2.
You need 2.
Exactly. So we can race Jumbo Dancing Riders. The only thing is I only have 1 5th scale motorcycle front end. So.
All right. Well, you'll have a replacement then. Mike Philpott was asking, I think this is probably can apply to both of us. Do we ever get bored of new products being sent to us? No. Never. It's a really nice thing to be in a situation where people are sending us things. And I'm very grateful of that opportunity. But I'm also pretty honest about what stuff comes across my table, and if it's weird or not good, or if there's something I don't like about it, you'll be the first to know.
I think I got one of the weirdest things for RC in the mail today.
Is it a tactical hip bag?
It is not. It is a splatter.
How is that RC related?
I needed the mesh out of it.
Can't you just buy the mesh?
It's cheaper to buy one of these.
Oh my God.
But I walked in the house with it, and Nicole goes, "What is that?" I go, "It's a splatter guard." And she goes, I know that. Like, what's it for? I was like, so it's like when grease starts No. She's like, I actually.
And that's when she punched you.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you carrying one?
But yes, no, we do not get tired of that.
No.
It's a good opportunity, and we're both very grateful to be given that opportunity.
Now, every once in a while, I will receive a product that I will say is better to not do a video on than.
Yes, that's happened to me too.
Sometimes you get something that's just like, I appreciate appreciate that you sent this to me. I'm not going to do a video on it, but
yes. Or I have given the option in the past. I've said, look, the negatives vastly outweigh the positives of this. Are you sure you want me to do a video? No? Okay.
Yes.
I actually, one time, I sent something back. Like, I got it, and it was not cheap to ship it back. I said, look, I don't feel comfortable doing a review on this at all. This isn't really my thing.
Yeah, that's...
So
I've been...
send it back to you.
I've been offered money to do the videos on things like that. And it's just like, no, I'm not.
Nope. I'm not going to compromise my integrity.
I'm not interested in like. That's
always the worst sign. Like, hey, we'll send you this thing. We're also going to tuck $100 bill into the box.
It's like right there.
Zip.
U.S.
Yeah, United States dollars. It's 130 for you Canadian folks.
Jimmy was actually saying we should do a cheater rig build.
Oh, like we should actually, like flat rail chassis, ultra low CG, tilted.
Sporty lean.
Sporty lean.
That I actually think that we should both do it at the same time.
All right.
I'm going to throw.
Yeah, sure.
I think that we should both. For me, it would just be I would try. Still, I think you should try and do it, but with leaf springs.
It's going to be so perplexing. It'd be so strange for me.
I think you should still use leaf springs.
Yeah. I mean, it would be kind of fun to ruin a comp truck that badly. Like imagine you're like Brazen or Toizuki or whatever, and I show up to a comp with one of their chassis and it's got leaf springs under it. And like, maybe like the worst possible axles too.
Yeah, like
Patera. Patera, yeah, it's got Patera axles under it. But it's like the 3D printed housings or something.
Right.
And on leaf springs on like a super high end comp chassis. Check it out, guys. Everybody go home.
Right. I can just see it now with your hard body mounted way up high, and
it'd be so brutal.
You do have the creep body coming.
That's true.
Harry's got a point there.
Yeah.
So, I think we should just go ahead and do it. Let's knock one of these out.
I think we can do it. Why not?
So that's like leaf springs on the Ripper. Can you make that happen, Matt? Capra axles still, but with leaf springs.
Oh, wow.
On the Ripper.
That would be so bad. It'd be so ruined.
I think somebody should do that just to make people's heads pop.
Oh, well, and then I'll also paint it without disassembling the chassis first. Tractor paint. CJ Villacrayan, I hope I said that right, is excited to get the Traxxas 69 Blazer body. Anybody getting one of those, 69 or 72? I know which one I would choose.
I would choose the all black one.
Same. Much better looking.
I think that it looks better as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to usually like just an all black truck, but
no,
I think that one looks better.
If it's gonna if it's not all black, it's got to be multiple colors.
Right.
Like this horrible.
I'm actually not even laughing at you. I'm laughing at Phoenix here, who just said, "Ripper on leaves gives me Whitaker eye."
Yes, I know who he's talking about.
The Dayquil, NyQuil thing.
Yeah. That's
according to the Scale News update. They are Broncos. Yes, I'm aware that I screwed up my captioning. Broncos, Blazers, whatever. But you know what that's good for? Creating comments. Nothing like a good typo to make some comments come in.
That's true. Hey, you got it wrong, idiot. All caps, all caps, all caps.
Yeah, and the price isn't too bad on those. I think they're around 120, 125 bucks.
So,
It's not.
yeah, I mean,
There's a lot of detail parts and things like that, but it also doesn't come with an interior.
it's
So,
Lexan still.
well, yeah, like I mean,
Bad.
but whatever.
Dallas said he's just going to buy them both. So,
I mean, that I guess that's a solution. I do have the Bronco right there. The
Bronco
blue Bronco.
blue.
Yeah. Well, it's a paint.
Is it orange?
No, it's blue.
But there's an orange one. No. That what?
Yeah, it's like the sun. There's a sunset one and yeah,
and then the black one
and a black one. But I have a blue one.
Blue. All right.
So that's it says. I'm actually going to grab that one. Hold on a second.
The picture and sound is best on my feed. Yes, it is, John. Thank you for saying that. Even though we're using nearly identical cameras and nearly identical setups, mine always looks better. And there, we got that whole thing out before he even got his headphones back on.
All I heard was something about mine always looks better.
It's true. It does.
I have to see if I have a Dean's plug battery.
Dean's plug, eh? Doomsday Key wants to know a good 3D printer for someone who's never used one. I'd recommend something cheap, like the TiVo Tornado. That's an excellent place to start. I will warn that most 3D printers none of it's a science. It's always an art. And what that means is that you're always going to have a lot of trouble with them. Fans are going to break. Control boards are going to break. Screens are going to break. The quality of a lot of these cheaper printers is not great. And they take a lot of wear and tear, right? Because they're constantly moving in 3 different axes. So
yeah, but
there's a lot of...
They're getting so
parts
much
are
better.
Easier. They totally are. And I mean, ours, like the TiVo Tornado I've had now for 2 years, and nothing major has broken. It's always been little tiny stupid things like a fan melting the bearings out of it, or something, which happened recently. But it's actually printing better without that fan. So explain that one. Oh, he's doing the thing. Make it go. Battery's dead.
Trying to.
Oh,
there it goes. This is my air ride Bronco.
Right, I forgot about this build.
So you can dump it.
Great. It's really impressive.
It hasn't been used in a while. I think it needs to.
Gotta bleed the lines or something.
I'm probably pinching something.
Yeah. You're this is the worst. Oh, there it goes. There, it's nice. Good.
Yeah, it just needed to get broke in for a second.
Yeah. Very impressive.
Yes, it really is.
It's a very fun novelty.
Of course. Only the coolest things.
Yeah. Only the largest novelties. It's honestly, that's something I would have, not you.
That's true.
Craig Banks wants to have a class 1 rig. What is my suggestion on RTRs that could get you started with a class 1?
Is there only one? No. What can you buy from RC 4-wheel drive that's class 1 ready?
Marlin Crawler.
Is it class 1 ready?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. 100%.
I did not realize that.
You get full half coverage of the tires. It's leaf sprung. The bed is bobbed. It's probably the decentest choice for a class 1 leaf sprung truck.
Okay.
You could, you could put smaller tires on any axial truck or even a Traxxas truck for that matter, and probably get it to be Class 1 legal. You wouldn't point out.
Well, what about an Element?
Close. Element,
The
you
Trail
could
Walker?
get pretty close. The Trail Runner,
No, the truck.
yeah,
That's Class 1.
doesn't have an interior.
It doesn't have to have an interior to be Class 1 legal, does it?
No, it doesn't have to, but you'll get more points.
It would
Any of them
perform better.
actually. The Trail Runner would too.
No, it's
That would be
I mean,
Class
it might do
Yeah.
better than a TF2, but
Yeah.
it's not going to do well.
No. I mean, none of these trucks box stock will do well. I think that needs to be kind of said out loud. You've got a lot of tuning and a lot of like cheating that you can do to Class 1 to make it still legal within the rules, but actually perform.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it all comes down to, especially if you're really trying to compete. You know?
Yeah. You can't just buy something off the shelf RTR and expect to compete at the level that most people will be.
Especially for Class 2, you can't really buy anything for any class and just walk out there and compete at a high level.
No.
In all honesty. I mean,
no. That's just the nature of comps nowadays. I mean, maybe in the early days when it was a lot more scale focused.
No, because back then you couldn't buy anything that was worth a crap.
Oh, true, right. Yeah, that's right. So you were making everything back then.
Yeah, you just had to build it anyway.
Right. True.
So, it's kind of the if you could buy it and it was good enough out of the box, then people would still modify it and make it better. So,
right. Or in some cases ruin it even further.
Yeah, there's always that. But Matt just admitted he cheats for C1.
Well, cheat. I'm always within the spec of the rules. But it's how you interpret those rules,
exactly.
As Josh will explain to you with all of his trucks.
Yes. Someone was asking for the quick basics of each class. So the quick and dirty is that C1 is supposed to look closest to stock, 4.19 tires or less, and they have to be mainly covered by the body. There's only certain modifications that are allowed, but that's kind of the gist. Class 2, you can go up to a 4.75 tall tire. You don't have to cover the tire. You just have to have your body needs to be about the same width as the inside of the tires. More modifications are allowed. And you can also add, no, you can't add any other features really, functions. You can
boat side.
Well, yeah, but I was talking about like
dovetail.
Then in class 3, tire size up to 5.75.
That's right, I think. Yeah.
Body sizing is much less restricted.
Much.
And you can have dig or 4-wheel steer, but not both.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, and then there's lots of other little rules. There's bumper widths, the number of bumpers you can have, the way you can build a cage, all kinds of details. So that all goes into it, but that's kind of the quick and dirty.
Yep, that's the basics.
So you mean the VS410 wouldn't be a good Class 2 truck out of the box? Not really.
No, that would be
because the VS410 out of the box has got wide bumpers, fairly large body. Like the VS410, while it would fit and it's a capable truck, like it's not. There's so many things like when you're aiming a truck for competition, you want them to be to the narrow end of the rules. You want as much clearance as possible. You want as narrow of a bumper as possible. And those things don't necessarily translate to a truck that looks the best out of the box to the masses. So you can use
as an example, this truck is a VS410.
Right.
But there's so little of any of the stock stuff left.
It's the front of that truck's been narrowed. It's got a tiny little bumper. So
right.
All kinds of things.
All kinds of things have been changed. The suspension setup is completely different. Sliders there's a bit of the still stock stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff added. The whole rear end, like it's also been bobbed. So like the rear tires are at the very limit of where they can actually be within the rules. So nothing out of the box is like, even the links have been changed.
Right.
So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do to make a truck a lot more competitive. And for all intents and purposes, while that is a really great truck and I'm really proud of it, it's not even close to being a top level performer in terms of most comp trucks for class 2. It's still got so much wrong with it. Hard body, full interior, all this stuff is just ruining it for the sake of, my creativity.
And Rick was saying you can use dig on a C2 rig, but that's not correct. You cannot have dig on a class 2 rig.
No.
So
no dig in class 2.
Only steering and steering, throttle, and a winch, or 2 winches or whatever. But you cannot have dig. You cannot have 4-wheel steer.
No.
They should have it in that class, but you can't.
It would be nice to see dig in class 2 because I know a lot of like actual full-size trucks.
Very moderate vehicles will have dig. So
yeah. So I doubt we'll ever see that. Well, we might see that change in our lifetime.
Possibly. Doubtful, but maybe. Possible.
Yes.
So yeah, that's
Small Factory Studio making a truck tonight. Excellent. Good stuff. Can't wait to see what you're making, Tim. No, Canada did not get the 2021 Mazda pickup. Do I even want to know what that looks like?
I was going to say, is it just a Ford Ranger, but with an uglier grill? That was pretty typical for Mazdas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I have to imagine it follows suit.
BT50. Oh, man, that's exactly a Ranger, but just with a Mazda 3 front end. Yep. No, wait. It's not a Ranger. It's an Isuzu.
Oh.
It's a D-Max. D-Maxes are good pickups.
Interesting.
In Europe.
What's my favorite non-VP truck? My favorite one.
Oh. Wow.
What would it be? I mean, I'm tempted to say a bomber. Like, just because it's like, I obviously like my VP trucks the most, and then all the other trucks I kind of feel like they kind of stack up around it, in certain ways. But then like the bomber is like the one that's the farthest from. It's like, if you really gave me the choice between a SCX 10.3 and a bomber, and I could only have one truck, I'd probably take the SCX 10.3. If you gave me the choice between like a TRX4 Sport and a bomber, and I could only have one truck, period.
Bomber. Between those two, I'd choose the bomber.
Probably. I don't know.
If I've already got a VS410.
No, if you only have one truck, I'm saying like, everything else aside, like, I think if I was only going to have one truck, period, like not all my other trucks and one of those, like only one.
Yeah, fine.
I would probably go with TRX4 Sport just because of 1.9s. Like more closely, in the area where I like.
But you're not going to choose the SCX 10.3.
I'm just saying, like SCX 10.3 or a bomber, I can only have one truck. I'd probably go SCX 10.3.
Yeah.
But
okay.
And then it's like, the 1.9 Wraith was my favorite. It's probably my favorite to drive. Favorite non-VP truck to drive. But at the same time, it's very fixed in its package. Like, you're not really, the Wraith chassis is pretty, it is what it is. You don't have a lot of like freedom to do a lot of things to it just because it's a tube chassis like that, which I enjoy and I really like how it drives, but you only have so much you can do to it. So.
Right, exactly. You go rail, you can pretty much do anything you want.
Right. And so
maybe we did get that pickup. I'll have to look into that because as ugly as it is, I kind of want to know if we do sell it here now. That's literally the first I've seen of it, though. JEC Racing under axle leaf kit for portals. Wow, I didn't know he was making that. Under axle, that's even more cool.
Spring under, yeah. I mean,
yeah, I'd be down for a spring under portal. See, now we're talking. If that's a product that he's offering, I'm putting that on the comp truck. Are you all right?
I can't.
I love breaking your brain. It's so easy.
Oh. Yep. That's like the most not making a decision thing ever. Like,
no, yeah, I want all the clearance of a portal,
but I don't want any performance. I refuse to have performance.
See, that's like basically, that sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, I mean, talk about needing a track bar or a torsion bar. Like,
big
that
time.
much leverage.
Oh,
I mean,
God. I'd be shearing leaves.
Yeah, I mean, you turn those
gate.
You turn those things into just a big, oh my God.
Here's a good question. Maybe you can remind me of what size they are, but Sean Higgy wants to know what size locked up RC hardware for Vanquish beadlock rings. And I think it's the smallest one they offer.
164 by quarter.
164. And you know what's kind of a bummer is that you need a special driver from locked up because they're so small.
Right.
They're smaller than the RC four-wheel drive scale hardware or the SSD scale hardware, but they look better because they are smaller. So you need a special driver, and you can get it when you buy the bolts.
Yeah, it's a little. I wish that they were a little bit bigger. Just those
for ease of assembly, and
just a quality for being able to, if you need to actually remove them ever, and there was anything to hold them on,
they are easy to strip.
A little bit larger would have been nice, but
yeah,
I've used them in the past.
Yeesh.
But that'll give you the size, and then you can choose your finish after that.
Tim was saying that it's the worst, tackiest comp truck build off. It's basically us.
Yeah, pretty much. Josh, where do you buy your cage tubing from again? Stockcarsteel.com.
They must be building some mighty small stock cars over there.
Yeah, I mean,
they're probably they probably get your orders and they're like, God darn, someone's building the smallest stock car ever. We never sell this stuff.
I think they use it for making like rear view mirror mounts or something.
Or like this, like a switch holder or something.
Yeah, something very tiny.
Yeah.
Why is it that Vanquish wheels use SAE hardware? Kind of a pain in the ass. The rest of the truck is metric. There was a number of reasons for it. For one, the 164 hardware is much more scale on the beadlock rings than 2mm. When you see like the 2mm, like the knockoff wheels, the 2mm
monsters.
2mm looks terrible in comparison. So the 164 looks way better. And then the 440 hardware that's on the hubs, that was initially done for size and strength. The 440 is kind of an in-between size of the actual screw size itself, but it's got a lot more like difference in between the major OD and the minor OD of the threads. So it's got a good bite to it. It's one of those things that was strong at the time and it worked well. It was better than going to just trying to keep everything into a tight center hub, and that's how it stayed.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Dale C wants to know if either of us have an enclosure around our 3D printer to help maintain surrounding temps.
No, I don't. I don't ever print ABS either. So
neither do I.
It's
it's in my it's in my living room, well, family room basically, which my wife loves. So I don't have an enclosure around it, and I don't print ABS, so I don't really need to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't print ABS, so it's never been something I've worried about. Like when I print PETG, it works fine without it. I've never, even in like when I print at my office and the air conditioner blows in that direction, I still don't really have warping issues. So
No, I've never had any warping issues either.
yeah,
If you are doing ABS or PETG, it's probably a good idea. I know a lot of guys do it, so
yeah. I mean,
definitely look into that.
ABS, it seems like, especially if you print in elevated temperatures for ABS, um,
Yeah, gets very warm.
but the head style sucks. Must be talking about the head style. I mean, it's actually a little bit smaller on the 440 than going to a slightly larger three, and same with the on the beadlock screws. The head style is the reason that it was chosen, you know.
Right.
So
I'm way behind on my questions here. Matt Leo just ordered the 5-door Range Rover hardbody for his SCX-10-2. Any tips on painting? Wash the body, well, assemble it everything first, then wash the body with like a 3M pad and soapy warm water. There's a lot of release agent on these bodies, and if you don't remove that and then you prime it, the primer won't stick in those areas and it'll just flake right off. That's my biggest piece of advice. So definitely wash it very well, dry it off, tack cloth maybe in between prime and paint coat, and yeah, that's about it.
why not print ABS? It seems superior in every way. I don't. I rarely find the need for ABS. If I need a little bit different material property, then I'll go PETG. Like if I need the heat resistance, then I'd rather print PETG.
Yeah.
I also like that PETG's got more flex than ABS, which is something that I've found to be preferential for me. And then
Yep.
in normal stuff, like when I'm using things that I'm not worried about heat resistance, I'll stick with PLA because
Yeah.
normally for what I'm using it for, then I've got no issues with PLA, and you don't have the off gassing, which it's way easier to print. It's going to stick better. It's going to stay flatter. The tolerances are pretty good. Just in general, I rarely found any reason. And if I was going to print something in that realm, I wouldn't print ABS anyway. I'd print like ASA. So,
Hmm.
or some of like the other ones, the carbon infused, or PLA plus is a little bit different. Like there's a number of
Yeah.
different
There's
things.
there's a lot of different options. I mean, while I use ABS or styrene plastic for most of my scratch building stuff, that's sort of, I guess, for me, like if I'm building something that needs to be ABS, I'm just going to build it myself because I'm not the best designer in the whole world. Certainly not anywhere even close to Josh or most people. So it's just easier for me to build it in ABS myself.
Yeah, that's just I've rarely found. I've had ABS. I have two or three spools still sealed here of ABS. I just like I said,
Yeah.
but
I just I don't have the area to print it either. I'd have to move the printer into the workshop and basically leave it in here and not breathe while I was printing. I don't really want to do that. Yeah. Is it possible to get Night Customs quality 3D printing at home for not too much money? No.
unless
They
you do
use,
resin,
yeah, unless you're doing resin, but then you don't have this, you got a lot of size constraints that you can't necessarily work within. So yeah, resin maybe is
yeah,
probably your only option.
I would say for sure. If you're trying to get like that quality, resin is the way you're going to go. But you're going to sacrifice significantly in the strength area. Resin prints are very weak.
Very fragile.
You can
Yeah.
even like the tough resin. Like I've seen people like print bumpers out of the tough resin, like for the formula, and like and it's still like it's
You're still going to crack it.
incredibly weak. So it is, if it's anywhere where it's going to touch anything, unless it is like a detail piece or a test fit for something, that is it.
Yep.
So
A couple of votes here for the Creality Ender 3 Pro.
yeah,
People love that printer.
yeah, the Ender threes or the what is it? They've got the 5 and the 6 and so,
Yeah.
you know,
CR10, also another one
yeah.
there.
There's so many of those. I don't necessarily know the differences between all of them. I just, you know.
Yeah.
Or if you got money to burn, get a Prusa.
Yeah, totally.
If I was going to buy a printer today,
same,
I would buy a Prusa.
That's where I would put all my money and happily put it into one of those, because those are so rock solid.
You're 2 or 3 times the money, but they've got they are such a driver in that area that if I was spending money, that is
right there.
That is where it would go.
Absolutely.
So like the Mark 4, 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah. Mark 3, I think, is what they're at.
Yeah. That would be, I think they're around $900, something like that. So
yeah, but worth every penny.
Yeah. So
Tim was saying he's going to be at Scale Nationals with his Traxxas Summit on Leaf Springs with short course body.
It's just, what class?
That would fit into class.
If you had small tires on it, technically, it could be.
I mean, I don't know if it would even fit in class 1, because they're all, like, it has to be a rail chassis. And
some tub chassis are allowed.
The CC01 is allowed in class 1.
You could make an argument.
Oh, internal temp too high. That's annoying.
Your camera freeze out?
Yeah. Dang it all. What could possibly work?
My viewer numbers are just going to, look at this.
Hold on. I'm just going to add a new capture source here.
What are you going to try and use? Because
the live camera won't work either. This is infuriating. Now I think I've lost audio too.
Huh. Well, you're working perfectly on my side, which is fantastic.
Yeah, great, super.
The nylon.
That never happens though. It must just be a warmer day in here.
Yeah, that's.
I got to blow on it.
Blow on it. See if that works.
I should get like a fan or something going. How annoying!
The good thing is that you work fine on my side, because that's funny. I was watching your live stream yesterday of your live editing photos.
All right.
And
I'm
I like your live. If everybody doesn't know, Matt, are you going to do that every Tuesday now?
I'm going to try to. Yeah. I keep getting lots of submissions. I got another 16, it looks like, yesterday, which is great.
So I'll put together a photo shoot and send you some of my stuff.
Yeah. What not to do.
Oh, so it's going to be so good.
Do what Josh does. This is trash. Where is the dumpster?
But I like how you signed off yesterday's feed by just middle of.
No, that's not what happened. I don't know what happened. That was the
you had some sort of memory crash or something like that.
Yeah, it was like some weird PC crash that I've never had before. Thanks a lot, EVGA. Yeah, no, it was some weird random crash, but I came back within about like 2 minutes.
Oh, did you?
Or not even. Yeah, the computer rebooted itself and I was back. So
I'm sorry. I left by that point. After it was doing the 3-second loop, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. That gets pretty annoying. But yeah, thanks everybody for participating in those live streams. It's a lot of fun for me to edit your photos. And I love, actually, the best part for me is emailing them back to you at the end. So then you have this nice recorrected photo that you can use for, your desktop picture or putting on a greeting card or whatever.
The greeting card. Wow.
I did that one year. Christmas card from me and Rebecca was a tiny truck.
Wow.
1 year. Yeah. With me in it, the miniature me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
It's how I roll.
Oh my God.
Doing stuff.
That's perfect. But no, that is a good stream of yours. So If you guys haven't
Yeah.
seen that, you should check out Matt's Tuesday stream where he'll live edit.
Thanks. If you thanks for the plug. If you guys haven't ever seen this clown over here, he does all kinds of other live streams.
Yeah, all the time. Right?
Every night of the week.
Right. It's
his life is a live stream.
It's only Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Only.
Yes.
Almost
and
the majority.
Tuesday scale news. So.
Yes, that's true. What I really like though is those CAD ones because, free accessories.
Right. I actually
welders and stuff.
I'm liking, our STL Sunday. The one thing is that I am worried that nobody knows what STL is. So, I'm worried that my naming for that series is poor.
You should rename it 3D printing with Josh.
Right, exactly.
John, you haven't gotten it yet because I haven't emailed you, but don't worry, it's on its way. I usually email them out Mondays, so you'll get your picture. Don't worry, because it was a good one.
Yeah, that's no, but that is fun, especially since I definitely do not know photo color or color of almost. Yeah.
And I'm not by any means an expert, but I'm a top-rated amateur.
Right. So
I know what looks good. So.
In your opinion, printing pun day. Exactly
solid.
Like Evan here is saying, for those watching who don't know, what is STL? And that is exactly what I said. So STL is the type of file that you basically export to 3D print. So if you want to 3D print a cup, this isn't a cup, but I don't know why I said that, then you would need an STL file of it to load into your printing software. But it's exactly it. People are like, I don't want to I have no interest in St. Louis, and I don't know why we're talking about that on every Sunday. So I think...
but that's where Nelly is from. You definitely want to go to St. Louis.
But I think he was from East St. Louis, which was, I think that's the Illinois side.
Oh.
I can't remember if he I don't remember if he clarified that or not. Maybe he isn't, but yeah.
Well, I hope he does.
Exactly. It's like that's like Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, right. I actually heard someone on one of my local radio stations refer to Arkansas as Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh.
Let's, the kitty will be Friday, probably. Live stream on Friday. The kitty will be shown. The little monster. I'm sleeping in the spare bedroom with the kitten currently. So
it's already plotting how to eat your face.
I woke up last night with it laying on my neck.
Wow.
Which amazingly cute. Now,
yeah,
when she's 20 pounds, not so cute. We need to make sure we break that habit.
That's a lot of cat.
It will be a lot of cat.
It's a lot of cat.
It will be one of those ones where, she'll stand on the ground here and then just put her paws up here and look around the table. Like,
right.
Like that's about the size. Like, that's how I keep explaining it. Like, she'll be about tall enough to reach up and hit the light switch or, look over a table.
What prompted you guys to decide on a giant cat?
So the cat is a Cheeto is the brand.
It's the brand name.
It's the brand.
Cheeto by Mattel.
So, is the breed, and that breed is basically a crossbreed of Bengals and an Osicat, and a Bengal is what we had previously.
But an Osicat, is that a cross between a cat and an ocelot?
Well, I think it's along that lineage or whatever, but an Osicat is a domestic cat.
Right.
Okay. So it's
Cheeto by Lay's.
Yeah. So the benefit, flaming hot. Yeah. So the benefit of this one is that we'll get the great big size that we like, and a little bit of the crazy cool personality of the Bengal, but without the wild that the Bengal was, because he could be an absolute nightmare. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, like it's especially if you're not like if you don't give them enough attention. Oh, oh,
Really?
oh yeah. So he could be a nightmare. Or if there was another cat outside and he would like do this prowl thing from window to window and he was just on alert.
Man.
Oh,
Wow,
but yeah,
that's crazy.
our kitty's name now is Sookie, which is from a HBO vampire show called True Blood that Nicole watches. Although I
Yeah.
keep saying that
Okay.
it's
I
from,
bet you've also
right.
watched it.
Although I keep saying that it's actually from Too Fast, Too Furious, the girl who drives the pink S2000, also Sookie. Like that.
There
That's
was
who.
also a Suki on Gilmore Girls, so maybe that's the reference.
Interesting. Maybe,
Yeah, I know you watched that vampire show because there was a lot of nudity.
It wasn't a terrible show.
No, at the beginning, it was not a terrible show. I find her really hard to watch, though. I don't think her acting is all that good. Anna Paquin.
Is that what her name is?
She was just kind of stunned.
Yeah.
All the time.
You've never known anyone like that, though?
Bill. I watched every episode too. It was a good show.
It wasn't bad. I think Nicole has watched it like 3 or 4 times, but never watched the last episode.
What?
Yeah, like she won't do it because then it's over.
Because it's over, right?
Okay. As the COVID-19 continues, Josh slowly turns into Joe Exotic.
Hey, I don't know. I'm getting a pretty good mullet going.
Yeah, you are. You know the one thing that I'm most concerned about with this new jumbo cat is the safety and security of my shelving. And
you should probably anchor those to the wall.
Oh, they're anchored now, but those shelves individually are not rated for 20 pounds. They're rated for 8 pounds each.
Oh,
which concerns me.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, right. Nick says you have to pronounce Sookie like the vampire Bill does. Sookie.
Sookie.
Sookie. Let me in, Sookie. Because once you invite a vampire in,
right.
you have to rescind it. You'd be like, I rescind my invitation, and then they immediately get sucked out of the house.
True Blood equals vampire porn.
Yeah, basically was. There's a lot of heavy pornography.
I thought you got the cat name from Jersey Shore. What was her name? Snooki.
Snooki, right.
It's okay. Drywall's only rated for 150, so no big deal. So, yeah, we'll see. Next cat will be named Buffy or Spike.
This is good. Stuart Wakeling said, when telling a cat joke, just make sure you pause. That's a good one. I like that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Dad. That's good. Dad. Arnold Lane asks, can I join? I'm English.
No?
Yes.
But no.
No.
Well, you can't join the video side. You can join in on this discussion.
Yeah, you can join in the discussion, but the video is pure Josh and me. That's it. I wonder what he wants to join. I'm curious.
You're right.
You're welcome to, though.
Oh, what? I gotta look up here because BT said something. All I saw is his comment says, that's Benihana's daughter. And I'm wondering what that's in reference to.
Oh, maybe the owner of Benihana?
Huh.
I don't know.
I missed what that. Anyway.
Lane Teague wanted to know, brushless homes waterproof for a Gen 8 recommendations.
Gear ratio on a Gen 8 is pretty standard. So 2300 if you want that walking pace and maybe not looking to destroy axle shafts as often.
Yeah,
2,700 if you want to carry a fistful of inner shafts around for those Gen 8 portals.
36 or more.
36 or more if you just never want it to work.
You want to just spin that right off.
Yeah.
If you want to grind all the teeth right out of every gear in the truck.
Oh, the girl from Too Fast, Too Furious, Suki, that is Benihana's daughter.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
interesting indeed. Oh, Arnold says that he wants to join in on this. He thought it was a stream that people can join.
Ah, I see.
No. No. We usually every other week or so we usually try to get a guest on the show, but it's usually somebody from within the industry. So
Which
that's sort of what that is. But you are participating in the chat, which is what pretty much everybody else does. So you can carry on with that. We'll try to answer your questions.
Next week we do have a guest in the works, which
Yep.
I mean, we could probably say without too much concern. Hopefully next week we do have Mr. James Knight.
That's correct. I'm telling him right now. He's asking how many hours we usually do it for.
Looks like I'm dropping some frames, but
oh no!
Sorry. Hopefully that fixed itself. But yeah, so next week the plan is hopefully we have James Knight on here.
Yeah, and that'll be fun because then he can talk all about 3D printing for you guys.
I'm gonna
give you lots of good recommendations and tips and tricks, and maybe show off some of the wealth of knowledge. Also, not just in the scaled truck world, but also in the vintage world too. There is a video on my Instagram, and man, oh man, he's got quite the collection. I went to go visit his home when he still lived in the Americas, and he showed me everything he owns, and it's a vast and varied collection.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Although I know, you could show me all of it, and I'd be like,
that's nice, I guess. I don't know.
Looks cool.
Nice truck.
Yeah.
Nice truck.
So
still my all-time favorite comment.
Nice truck.
It's like the post count razor. Whenever in the old days, and I'm sure it's still like this, but on RCC, you couldn't post in the classifieds if you didn't have, what was it,
30 posts.
30 posts.
You had to have 30 posts and be there for at least 30 days.
Right. 30 posts or 30 days. So
and 30 days, both.
And 30 days. Right, exactly. So what people would do is they'd forget about the 30 days and they just smash out nice truck 30 times. And they'd be like, why can't I get into the classifieds? There's a whole section just dedicated to that one question.
Yep. Yeah. That was pretty, there was one big thing. He put everyone's in there. Why can't I 30 posts, 30 days, 30 posts, 30 days.
It's like, it was tough being a moderator of that sub forum.
Oh, BT is asking, hey, what's your opinion on Tamiya's rock crawler, the CR01? Have you ever owned one of those?
Thankfully, no, I have not owned a CR01.
I got one. I bought one as soon as it came out, which was 2008 or 9.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Right. And it came with a very nice Toyota FJ body on it, but almost everything underneath of it was not so bueno. And Matt's connection stopped on this. I wonder if Matt crashed again. But that CR1 was a little bit odd because of some of the issues that it had, like well, not issues, but it had cantilever suspension, which just wasn't. It's very not scalar. We're gonna find out what happened. Matt, his frozen. Oh, he sent me a photo. What is it? It is his same issue again. We're gonna leave him up like this. We're gonna see if he comes back. But someone was asking me about my live streaming setup, which I wonder how Matt's going to call back in shortly. So that's going to, it's going to be hard to show because my second camera that I use is actually what his stream shows when I'm, like for some reason, like with how our live stream thing is in front of me, I've got a Sony A6400 camera, and that's what you guys see if you're watching my stream. If you can hear me, this is what it's coming from that. And then for like Matt's view of me is from a webcam that I have just above it, which is just like a C920. And then from there, I've got two monitors that are stacked vertically here next to me. And then my machine's below me. It's a whole deal. But if Matt doesn't return, then I will switch cameras and show you that. So Josh, you going to Squirrel Fest this year? I am. Well, at this point, fully plan to. It's not going to be very far away, and it was definitely a good time last year, so I will be there. Oh, that's why my feed was locking up on SBG. Yes, because there's Matt.
So
it's so perfect, though.
It's yeah.
We need to get to the bottom of your failing issues.
I agree. I've already Googled it because I had 2 seconds. So I am going to fix it. It's a bad driver issue.
Okay.
Something really dumb. Wow, the concurrent viewers just drop right off when you crash like that.
He's a fix here back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Nicole's asking me, he's like, what? Matt's calling your tablet.
Yeah.
Did I feel the earthquake up north? No. Was there an earthquake? When would I have felt it? I still haven't felt one. Nicole did because she was down in Palm Springs last 4th of July when one hit.
Wow. That'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, she felt it. I still haven't felt one. 5.4 in Whitney Mountain Range. I don't know where Whitney Mountain Range is. Okay, that's that's east of Fresno. So that's still a little ways from me.
Huh. What were we talking about? Oh, Arnold, thanks for the £2, mate. Very
buy yourself a driver.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
That's an earthquake in Pennsylvania last summer. That was the in Oklahoma. They're becoming very common as well with the some of the oil drilling activity.
Oh, fracking.
RC Dave gave me $5. Says, "Okay, time to start raising money for Matt to get better internet equipment."
I swear to God, it's not the internet. It's not the computer. This is like, it's only happened recently. And what was the last thing I installed? Castle Link.
Oh,
that son of a gun. I bet you that's it.
There's some comments about your feed having issues still.
Still?
Mr. J.R. Lawson says so.
Well, everybody seems to be participating just fine here.
JR might need to reload his. Suits checking in. We got a couple of more bodies going to Suits here soon.
Nice. Nice.
I'm thinking that I need to get a new MST JP1 body and have him do a proper job on that. Something
cool.
Fancy like.
Is the Scale Builders Guild forum only for RC, or can you post other scale stuff? No, we have a model section and a train section, and anything hobby related is probably going to have a section. We even have a boats section, I think, or general RC. You can plop it in there. Also, top tip or a fact here from that girl Suki in Fast and the Furious is Steve Aoki's sister as well. So his dad, Benihana,
Oh,
but
that's right.
he's also a DJ. He's a disc jockey.
Disc jockey.
Thanks to Joe Getz for that information. I think I remember seeing that there was like Steve Aoki had like a Netflix show or like a special or something.
Yeah, I think I watched a little documentary on something like that.
Yeah, it's a documentary. That's it.
The camera you use for your live stream, can that be used as a webcam? So yeah, that's basically what Matt and I do. We use mirrorless cameras, but I also have like a regular DSLR that I can use as well. And you use the HDMI output from that and you run it into, basically it's called a capture card. And that takes HDMI and lets you input to USB. So then it becomes your webcam. That's how you get like a feed that looks as decent as possible, but with,
right,
because webcams for some reason are just a
junk.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you spend. They never really look very good.
No.
So I try to use, like, when I'm doing an interview or talking to anybody or even doing my Zooms now with work, I try to use my SLR or my mirrorless camera.
My brother and his friends are very social people, like, the type of people who are never at home. And so at the very beginning of all the lockdown stuff, I think they didn't know what to do with themselves. So they were having these massive like Zoom parties.
Yeah.
He'd called me one day after, and it was like a bunch of his friends, and I jumped in there and I've got like a super nice quality camera and like a backdrop. They're like, what are you using? Like, I think they were all thinking like, oh, I need to do that.
Most people have like this view or they're looking like way up.
The laptop tilted way at the ceiling look. It's all hands in front of it.
A couple of people are asking what our next budget build off is going to be, and that's an excellent question.
And one that it needs to get rolling as well.
Yeah. Maybe by August we'll have that sorted out.
Yeah, I think so. Just because the budget builds it's been long enough since we forgot how much of a pain in the ass they are. So
oh my God.
Now it's time to torture ourselves.
Right. I mean, what am I doing for the next 16 weeks?
Yeah,
really?
I guess we could be doing live videos every Wednesday, but instead we should be doing, I think the next one, I'm going to say we should shorten it.
Yeah, definitely. No, we should make it longer.
Yeah. I mean, they used to be longer. You're the one who made, Yeah, that's there's only so many good the Enduro is a platform that's probably, it's just the Enduro has not picked up a lot of aftermarket.
No, not support. As much steam as I thought it might. It's been out for a year now, and they've done 3 different trucks with it so far. But yeah, there's not a ton of aftermarket support,
which doesn't make it a bad choice, but it makes it a more difficult one.
Yes. Yeah. We've already done the TRX4. We've already done the SCX-10-2.
Yeah. SCX-10-3 is too new.
Way too new.
You need vehicles to be out for a while, especially to do a budget build, because you got to be super picky. You got to look at things back and forth. It's one of those things. So
yeah,
the Enduro is like, it's right there enough. And it seems like it would be a good platform because it's got like a bit of cross compatibility,
Yeah, there's a bit of fooling around.
So, there's some options, I think. And that's like why maybe it might be worth it to do that one. Because beyond that, it's like, we can't do another TRX4. That's for sure. Like the TRX4s are all the same truck basically. So that doesn't make it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And
somebody here, who was it? SFL RC24 suggested we do the cheater chassis for a budget build. But I guarantee you,
we talk about that.
I think we might have, but I feel like you can't really do a budget comp truck. Well, I mean,
Well, the thing, like,
you
I think that
could.
was kind of like one of the things was like, we do a from scratch budget build. The only hard
Right.
part about that is like the first week is like, I bought this, can't bolt it to
All right.
anything, but there it is. Like,
Got some wheels.
yeah.
No tires yet.
Yeah, like, gotta wait till next week for tires. Like, wait till we get to
Welcome back to the show. We're mounting a tire today.
Wait till we get to week 3 where I buy some hardware I needed. Like, like
Oh, man.
that's the tough part. Do a Gen 8 hard pass.
Yeah, no thanks.
That's a hard no for I don't.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that.
So and that could make it challenging at the same time, like it's saying, like it's just
Yeah.
challenging, not so much on the choosing of parts, but on the presenting it wise. And I don't think it's impossible, but I think it's interesting. And but
it would almost be like you'd set a budget, and like you'd say, okay, you're given X number for the chassis, X number for axles, and X number for transmission. You can buy all that stuff in advance, but now that money is already applied to the overall budget.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, hey, or you can take the amount of money you would spend on an RTR to start.
Right. So
play
like
with
$400 or something.
Even go on the low end at $299, and like that's your starting budget.
Really challenging.
That's your starting budget. Yep. From there, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that way you actually could start something.
I mean, I'm just gonna obviously CNC my own flat wheel chassis.
Gross. Can you imagine? I can't see you doing that, even for a competition. Even to win something. I can't see you doing it. It'd be interesting though.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put a camera on it, and the other camera's just gonna be on my face the whole time.
Just like, I can't even. You're like maybe like a scene of you like trying to type or like use the mouse to like design it, and you're just like, I can't do it. Before my computer went all Meshuggah, somebody was asking when the next Throwback Thursday is going to be. I would have loved for it to have been tomorrow, but some of the parts that I needed didn't show up until today. So next Thursday, we'll say, because I want to get building that RC10.
That will be fun.
Yes.
I mean, I want for you. It sounds like the type of thing you would have fun with.
Oh man, I'm gonna have a blast. Got all brand new, fresh hardware, stainless hardware. It's great. This is so exciting.
This is riveting stuff.
No rivets, just bolts and a couple of nuts.
Right. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Tim's saying, do a monster truck for the budget build. Also not a terrible idea.
Ooh, that would be fun. SMT10 builder's kit, the
right.
raw builder's kit.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice really.
Because there's lots of junk out there for monster trucks,
and there's no shortage of things it needs.
True.
So
that would be good. Jay Stumbo here suggested the C2X, but I've already done one, and I'm done with that truck now, so I don't really feel like doing another one right away.
Yeah, and it used the old axles. Like I cannot see myself using a 1.9 that uses those axles.
No.
So I don't think.
Got to blow on my camera again. This is like, it's such a nightmare. It's such a nightmare, guys. It's never done this.
Are you trying to stream in 4K?
No, well, it is in the 4K mode.
Maybe there's the reason. That's probably why all of your issues are happening, sir.
It might be. It's taking it. The signal out though is 1920 by 1080.
Oh, okay.
It's not. It's not the actual. Like it's just. It never does that usually. So I don't know why it's decided to do it. Maybe if I just like turn autofocus, or we just focus on my face. Maybe I don't know.
I like how you have to set the distance well away.
Yeah, I know, right? Maybe that. We'll see if that does it. Damn you, Sony!
I'm just saying that the comments on my side, since they could actually still see you blow on the camera, pretty good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I bet they are.
You know, your viewers had it, of course, didn't have the video output that my viewers got the privilege to see.
I'm gonna need to get like a bag of ice or something in here.
What? So I honestly, I think that there's some good options for the budget build.
Yes, absolutely.
The monster truck's a good one. Is it going to be as popular as a 1.9 truck? That's a tough one.
Probably not.
I'm kind of worried about that as well.
Yeah, monster trucks only appeal to a very small audience
in comparison. I mean,
yeah,
but it would still be fun and a lot of parts available.
Oh yeah, tons.
The Element
and
is
like
a good option because that truck, there's a lot of things that you could do to it to help improve it, make it better. It's kind of a pretty minimal blank slate that you get. And so,
yeah.
And then there's the whole custom build option. The only thing I worry about with the custom build stuff is that it's just not as relatable. But
agreed.
Yeah.
Again, you can do a lot of great stuff with that, with a platform like a comp truck,
right?
But the appeal, I think, might not be quite our audience's.
Yeah, we'll see. That's my concern as well.
We'll be thinking about it. CCXRC suggested I hire a PA to just fan the camera for me. It's a good suggestion. I mean, this is the first time I've ever actually even seen the video card fans run.
Oh.
So it must just be warm in here. Yeah, they're spinning up again.
What do you have to? Are you running like the cam software or anything? That monitoring software? You should.
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, and ZXT Cam. Yeah, I'm at 45 on the CPU and 55 on the GPU.
Oh, I'm at 32 on the CPU and 24 on the GPU.
I probably have the fans in the wrong spot for my.
But let's see oh, Josh! Oh my God! My wife came on right at the camera blow. We're both cracking up.
I'm here for everyone's amusement, so it doesn't really bother me. I've done stupider stuff on this show anyway.
So, oh my God, Capra 1.9. Also, that's a pretty reasonable suggestion. Who just said
mine's almost done? So
yeah, I mean, start another one. Edgison said that one, Capra 1.9. I mean, that's a pretty good suggestion, really. Yeah,
that could be fun.
So
for sure.
Lots of good options there, but regardless, you're correct. The budget build needs to happen again. And as soon as Mayhem's done, I think that will be, well,
yeah.
Let's see. If we do Mayhem in July, budget build in August, that leaves me September and October to build Nationals trucks. I mean,
it should be plenty of time.
I mean, if I budget that much time, I mean, we're going to figure out at least one more series, I guess, to try and squeeze it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean said no G-maids.
No, yeah, agreed.
You don't have to worry about that. Use a red cat, go out of your axial comfort zone. Who's in an axial comfort zone? Oh.
I just make sure what I'm wearing. I'm like,
No, I play with all the trucks. I've got in view GCM C-Max, SSD Trail King, Element Enduro IFS, Axial 6x6, Ripper, Miscellaneous, RC 4-wheel drive, Vanquish, SCX10, SCX10, TRX6, TRX4, Weird Truck, CCO2, another Vanquish.
what do you
3,
consider a weird truck?
the Hummer.
Oh,
You can't see
okay.
it.
Yes, that one.
Yeah. Which I really should do something with. RC 4-wheel drive, Traxxas, and then Tamiya. So lots of different brands. Okay, I get it, he says.
Yeah.
Do you want me to keep going? Kyosho, RC10. Yeah. No Red Cat. No, I sold my Red Cat last summer.
I still have mine.
I needed to make room.
Yeah. I haven't replaced the axle shaft again. Mine has feet of runtime on it and 2 axle shafts done. So, yeah. I do have a cross build in here. There you go.
What's oh yeah. Ugh. I mean, they look great, but questionable quality assurance.
Yes.
What's CCXRC's real name?
Tony.
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 Tony was asking about the RC 4-wheel drive D90 and the Hits the Trails video that I did. He said it was awesome. How is it out of the box? Pretty green. No, I mean it's a Galande 2, right? Or Jalanda, however you say it. It's a Galande 2. So if you've ever had one of those, it's a pretty solid truck. I definitely recommend Loctiting every screw because they don't tend to do that very much. But they hold up. I've had numerous trucks on that chassis and treated them very poorly. So it's a trail truck for sure. Not like a, it's not going to be as capable as like an SCX-10-2 or anything like that. But it is a very good-looking truck and has been hold up and has been holding up pretty well so far. And I've had good success with them in the past. So if you're looking to get a little more scale and a little more accurate, it's a pretty good place to start. And because it's been around for a while, the cruiser body that they make also fits on that really nicely. And they offer a leaf spring conversion for a G2 if you're interested.
Yeah, like I don't even know what to say. I will say that I did pick up white paint to finish my Tamiya racing trailer head Fat Fox buggy raw thing.
Oh, good. That's great.
So that I can start working on all that decaling. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I've got a number of projects I want to get wrapped up here soon. I need to start. On the floor right now is a major issue in this room. Because
yeah,
I'm doing my best to hide things. That means you have to
sell some stuff.
Yeah,
you got to sell some things then.
Yeah,
it's time to clear out.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh man, the axles on this Galande 2 are the Yoda 2 ones, so they're the updated version of the axle, so they are better than the original Galande 2, but otherwise it's the same truck. Thoughts on the SSD Trail King kit? I very much like it. It's a good kit. It's sort of like, and I think I explained it in my review, it's like a SCX-10-2 deluxe kit. So you get really nice links. You get a really nice scale motor and transmission transfer case setup. The original style chassis rails, so you don't get like a high clearance rail set like the new SCX-10-3 or the VS410. But a solid build. I don't like the receiver box. It's in a horrible position and can't use it for like any truck because it's so tall. But lots of versatility. You can do a lot of fun stuff with it, and fits almost all the SCX-10 upgrade parts. So yeah, it's good price right now too, from what I remember.
Yeah, that's yeah, I think they did drop the price on it. I think that was just, I mean,
Yeah.
mainly like that's the thing with it. It's like it's basically an SCX-10 plus.
Yeah. Yep.
But the SCX-10 now is not a real current truck. And so that's the problem.
And that's the problem.
You know, it's like if you're going to buy something new, it's a tough choice. I think it's one of those platforms that you find a lot of people picking up if they've already got a bunch of other stuff and they're just like, I want something else as well. But yeah, I mean, honestly,
like his axles, the SSD axles are great. They're a good looking axle.
If I'm shopping for a Trail King, it's still it's still the Trail King Blizzard 2.0.
Right. I honestly, I should go get mine and see what color I got.
You should. See.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
Matt Romero, I am going to do the giveaway TRX4 soon. That's also on the list. So many things to build. But I'm going to go get my Trail King. Stand by.
Okay. I'm going to open my Trail King. There's my X-Acto blade. Post a picture of your floor, Jesse says. I can't post a picture of my floor because it's on the floor, so it doesn't actually show up in video because I can't show everything that's on the floor. Some of it is not to be seen. Here we go.
I'm excited.
What just happened? What'd I break? I did things.
Oh, what did you do?
Somehow I ripped the bed off the back.
You broke it already?
I did.
Oh, man.
Whoops.
Leave it to Josh to break a brand new thing.
At least it was live on camera. So
it is warm in my room today. It's like noticeably warm. I'm going to have to investigate how I've set up my fans and maybe change it. You want out?
Oh, that's what I broke.
Hey, bye-bye.
I wonder where they went. So it's got the little, it's got these little like metal ring retainers on the bottom side of the bed. And I tried to pick the whole thing up by that and straight ripped them off. Oh,
I presume that's it. Oh, the camera cut out again. Fantastic.
Blow on it.
Gosh darn it. I got the Josh edition.
You got the yellow?
Yeah.
I'm glad that I got the baby blue. I'm fixing mine. These are not the Monthly Mayhem trucks. No. These are not for a build off. These are not for Monthly Mayhem trucks. These are just trucks. Well, not trucks. We decided we had to call them something different. Truck
not sure
adjacent.
What they are. Orange.
That's I think it's yellow. I don't call that. I don't know where the other one went.
Well, it's orange.
But it does have an actual like grill with headlights in it, with headlights powered.
I think the lights are actually, it does come with LEDs. That's a difference maker.
Yeah. Had to make up for removing the plow. I do like that it has like a straight up Radio Shack style like switch for the on off.
Yeah.
Like I'd call it a trank. That's Tony's suggestion. Not bad.
That's a good suggestion. I like that.
Anti-trucks.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much different.
Nope.
Other than the body. And nope, where's the plow?
I think we discussed this and lack thereof. But oh, are you kidding me? Did you know that this thing has an interior?
I did know that, yeah. Because I did my research before I got mine.
Holy
I just want to check to make sure they're the same.
I figured it had smoked windows so that it didn't have an interior. But
it has a very basic interior.
All right,
I wouldn't say that it's
all right, Element. They smoked the windows and still added an interior. Step your game up.
The Kyosho belt vehicle.
KBV. Interesting.
Gosh. Yeah. So there you go, fellas. Live unboxing.
Yeah, exactly. Break it. Yep. I think we're going to design up a cage for the back.
Cool. Send me the file.
We'll share that STL and then
it's sort of Unimog adjacent.
Yes.
Actually.
It's a very odd looking body, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you take off the wheel opening that you're expecting
it looks like a shoe. A Homer Simpson shoe.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
I'm pretty I'm into it though. I think it's definitely worthy of what I'm going to try to do with it.
I think you came up with a pretty good plan. It does have suspension.
It does. Well, yeah. I mean, there's some suspension in there. Yeah. I wonder though, because it's quite fun on snow.
Yeah,
I wonder how
I did drive my Blizzard.
Less fun.
I
wonder how much less fun it'll
I have
be
to go find a place
trail.
That's not rocked. Like,
yeah, you're at a real disadvantage. Whereas
like the one time I was like,
advantage.
Yeah, you know,
we should make this monthly mayhem.
Like everywhere I go, there's places to go that aren't all rock, but like those are the places I go.
To keep my radios separate too because they're exactly the same.
Oh, good point.
And that's the challenge with this vehicle is the driving. It requires a little more thinking.
The stick radio, left, right.
Also, the challenge of filming one of these is near impossible.
Yeah,
because
I had to
need both hands to drive it.
Yeah, I'm wondering. So this one doesn't require the use of. Since the Blizzard had the plow and everything, since this one doesn't have that, I may try and mix this onto my onto a Futaba.
Yeah,
I can do that. I could make that a mix and program my.
Yeah, I could do the same thing on the DX5C. Oh, good! It's got a trainer plug.
Oh, perfect.
Phew. So I can get this going on my flight simulator.
Black Venom donated $10. Says thanks for the GOM build video. Oh man, that was a while ago. Gen 8 is the budget king. Yeah. Do it.
Yeah.
Guardian Cola, do it.
Do it. Okay.
This truck would be great on the beach. I do have plenty of places with sand that
there you go. Yeah, you could take this down to the beach. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Actually.
Well.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Shut your face. Shut your face.
Shut up. Shush. All right. Well, that was a fun unboxing.
Yeah.
I'm actually I'm pretty stoked on that if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if there's a way I could mount tires and wheels to it.
Or more tracks.
Twice as many tracks?
A 4x4. Oh, let's glue both of them together.
Push me, pull you. Now install
No,
your.
like just make it so everything is controlled by one controller. So it's like a super long tank. Yeah. Just goes around.
Ron just says, now install your $600 electronics.
Yeah. He's going to need to upgrade the servo, but there isn't one.
Oh, crap. You're right. I can't even put an $80 servo in it.
No, you can't.
That's a real disadvantage for me.
It sure is. How are you going to upgrade this? You're going to have to do this Sabertooth ESC upgrade and put a brushless system in it.
Right. Yeah, I've never been. I think this is dual ESC, right?
Yeah, technically it is. I think.
Technically,
yeah, one for each.
Right.
I think it is for one for each track. But I think the system they put in there is sort of like a 2-in-1.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I figured
it's
it
like
was still
Snowcat from Shining. Yeah, it is.
Whoa, that is a lot of. No, it's 2 separate ESCs.
Oh, it is. Okay, good.
With
I couldn't remember.
Individual DIN plugs for each one of them.
That goes into what? What?
Well, like, so the DIN plug from the battery comes in, and it's got a Y, so that, and then each of the ESCs has a DIN plug.
Okay.
And there is a lot shoved into this little. Wow. Channel 2, channel 3, and channel 6 are plugged in.
Huh.
There's extra stuff in here. I'll tell you that.
Must be the lights. Maybe you can turn the lights on via.
You know what? I bet it does have a controlled.
Yeah.
A controlled light. Which.
Neat.
I know. Learn something every day.
Huh. Cool. Legit noob question. What's the best way to decrease the body gap on an Element Enduro?
Body gap. What body gap are you discussing? Are you talking about wheel gap?
Be the fender gap, maybe. Yeah, wheel to fender or tire to fender gap.
I mean,
you can lower the body, take the sliders off.
Or you can lower the body and just cut the sides of the sliders.
Yeah, that's true.
Just do that rather than take the sliders off. So
yeah,
chopping the sides of the doors up doesn't hurt. I just can't remember if there's enough room with like body post height on those or not.
Right. Apparently I'm losing audio now. Amazing. What a day.
Yes.
Audio is dying. Okay. I mean, I'm still seeing the levels are moving up and down. So it can't be a mic problem.
Right.
I guess no audio for me at all. Okay, I'm going to quit OBS and start that again.
I'm actually kind of, it's interesting to watch the actual Wow, this is the first time I think I've had suspension like this that I've just sat here on the bench in front of me and cycled. Normally I have some truck and I'm just constantly pushing it up and, this one makes it really hard for me to put my hand under it though. New challenges every day of being a YouTuber.
It's true. It's never easy, is it?
No.
I hope that fixed it. Good. Yeah. See, it's OBS that's crapping out. There must be something going on with the drivers. I don't know.
I mean,
it's all new to me. I just got this PC a couple weeks ago. So
sardine oil in the shocks. I think that that's what we're gonna have to use to properly lubricate everything. That's now my recommendation for shock oil. Sardine.
Good choice. Carol would approve.
Exactly. All right. Let's call this thing for the week.
Did you see
what?
Yeah, definitely. Did you see the wicked charger that you get with it?
Oh yeah, it comes for that nickel metal battery that's included.
Heck yeah. Those are great in the winter. All right. Yeah, it is a good idea. We'll call it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's been a real pleasure, as always.
Check in
lots more content to come. Lots more stuff happening.
next week. Hopefully, James Knight joins us.
Yeah, I think he's in. He said if he can only do an hour, would that be okay? And I said, yes, that would be more than fine.
More than enough. Totally agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
he's in. Thanks, Master. Send me that email. And yeah. CCXRC had a suggestion here. He said, if you guys are doing straight side-by-side, StreamYard allows you to send it to multiple channels at one time.
I have seen that. I've seen some of the StreamYard stuff. I guess some of the flexibility on the OBS stuff.
OBS is a lot.
I do
more
like that.
My style. Yeah. So maybe just an update to the old PC here, and I'll check my software and drivers and stuff. But thanks, everybody, checking in. Had a good night. Appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you again soon. Done.
And almost done.